How how would you describe your sound to someone who hasn't heard it?
Over to you. I would say Beekeeper is it's the sound of members of At the Drive-In and Fugazi in a Katy Perry cover band after too much coffee. Yeah, not bad. It's kind of like, it's very, it's fun, kind of experimental music, but very inclusive. It doesn't kind of scare people away. If anything, it's a joyous celebration of life.
Oh, it's touching.
You need words there. I hope we can pull that up.
So how do you guys come up with lyrics?
Usually it's like a process that involves a lot of caffeine, maybe alcohol sometimes, but not usually. I think a lot of Beekeeper songs kind of grow from interesting overheard bits. When you're sitting in a coffee shop or walking down the street, someone's all overhear something, and those are usually really tempting to put into songs. The first song on our new EP is called Bees, and it's based on an overheard line that I heard somebody else say.
Well, recently, I heard you guys went up to the performance camp and did a collaboration with Ali Milner.
Yeah, that's right.
How was that recording in like a cabin?
It was so much fun. I remember playing drums in, picture this, the drum studio was 2 bunk beds pulled together and sort of a pillow fort over the bunk beds. And my drums were inside and all mic'd up. And from the recording, I don't think you could tell.
Yeah.
It sounds big. It sounds like a proper studio, but it was anything but. It was, it was the middle of the night.
It worked well. And working with Ali is great. I'm used to working with one redhead, so adding another was no problem. They're all basically the same. That's the nice thing about redheads. Very interchangeable. In fact, this is Ali. Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait! Shh! Don't tell anybody.
Sorry, I got mixed up.
How does your hometown influence your sound?
Well, we all have small hometowns. Mine is in Saskatchewan, Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Brandy in Rocky Mountain House, Alberta, and Devin in Brantford, Ontario. How does that influence us? I mean, we have one song that's sort of about Brantford, about any of those towns, actually.
I think there's just something that comes from being part of a scene in a smaller town, and I think that we really have that attitude even in a larger city like Vancouver. Even when we go to Toronto, it's kind of, we're there to foster and try to build a scene together, which sometimes people aren't, but I think for the most part, even in the larger cities, that kind of small town, we can all do it together attitude is something we try to bring to it.
Cool. It's just the sense of community.
Yeah, for sure.
You want people to like come together as one. So who are your musical influences?
For me, I think I'm going to go with They Might Be Giants. I've listened to them all my life, and I think the musical humor that they bring is something that I think we do in Beekeeper as well, and that's one of my favorite parts of the book.
I'm going to pull out a classical one. I'm a big Kurt Weill fan. I love the cabaret style, and it's very satirical in nature, and I think that's very Beekeeper-esque as well.
For me, I've always enjoyed kind of weird, strange math rock or kind of post-hardcore, but I think to Beekeeper I bring a lot of comedic influences, like Richard Pryor and Andy Kaufman are kind of two of my favorite comedians, and I think that they're kind of doing, like, they do jokes, they do comedy, but there's also this larger sort of driving force behind them. Yeah, for sure, and I think that comes to Beekeeper quite a bit.
would you like to collaborate with?
I'd like to do a song and have Drake rap it.
Oh, you would, yeah, for sure.
I think that would be really crazy.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. You can just imagine him listening to the beat. He's like, I'm having a hard time understanding what you want me to do with it. I'm assuming that's how Drake talks. It's very calm.
I think I'm going to go with Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
He could come back anytime.
Yeah. Zombie style.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's going to love us.
Probably. I think he is. Maybe it's me.
And I like we collaborate with a lot of our peers in the scene too. I mean, because we're people who play in other people's bands. Like we played obviously Devin plays with Hey Ocean. Luke and I play with Katie Rock. So we love to collaborate and support our peers as well. So.
Actually, on February 28th, we're doing a collaboration with a band called Sid New York, which has very close ties to us. Very close.
Very close.
But we will be collaborating with them and playing each other's material, and maybe a cover.
Yeah.
When's that?
Oh yeah, that's February 28th at the CBC. Yeah, 2 sessions.
And how can people get tickets for that?
You can. It's sold out.
It's sold out.
Oh, I know. Well, there are actually gate crashers. So go at 7. Show up early. They've got a few spots, so you can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you guys see yourself in like a year or so?
Total world domination. Universe domination. Think big.
Yeah, universe.
Planetary.
Yeah, I think we're pretty excited about the new EP Shout Out People that we just put out. I think that I want everyone to hear it and their grandmothers. We do well with grandmothers. Target demographic.
Yeah, honestly.
Nicely put. That's kind of Beekeeper in a nutshell.
Oh yeah, you figured us out.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the name Beekeeper?
Yeah. My Uncle Lou decided that we should call the band Beekeeper. I just was telling him, "Welcome to the band, don't know what to call it." He's like, "I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Call it Beekeeper. Call it Pumpkins. The name is what you will make of it."
Call it again.
Yeah, family's really important to us, so we pretty much do anything
Yeah.
family tells us.
Anything my uncle tells me to do.
Yeah. Devin's family's really important to us, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the name just seems really interesting. It really drew me into the band, and plus I'm a really big fan of Hey Ocean. So I'm like,
Oh, nice.
cool.
Yeah, we're pretty different from Hey Ocean, but I think there'll be a lot of things in there. People can be fans of both.
For sure.
So, where could people find you online?
Yeah, they should check us out at bkpr.ca. We also tweet a whole bunch. Looks like Twitter native.
Beekeeper Band on Twitter.
Yeah, at Beekeeper. Check us out.
And you guys have a web. You said that. All right. That's cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Chatting with us.
Cheers.